can't support this traffic flow. We don't respect our police officers for what they do for us every day. They're understaffed. They're underpaid. How can I help? That is the job of government. The job of government is not to come in and say, how can I take your freedoms away that are enumerated in the United States Constitution? The government's job is not to come in and say, how can I strip away every single thing this country has known? How can I strip it away, and how can I undermine our founding fathers that fought so hard so that we can be free? Another thing that I think that this movement, it's a movement. This isn't a party. This isn't some social club. This is a movement, and it's a movement to transform our nation into something that we once had. It's a movement to prove to the younger people and to the generations all around that we are the United States of America, and it's about dadgum time that we start to be proud of that. It's about dadgum time that we start to be proud of the freedoms that we possess. It's time that we start to rise up and we start to realize that no other nation has this except for us. But what's so sad is that we are so willing and we are so compliant just to sit down and do nothing about it. Why aren't we doing something about it? So when you asked me what my biggest issue was, and I told you my issue is people getting elected to office that have empty-handed policies, that don't do their job that they were elected to do. It's time that we take that fundamental belief and we trickle it down and we say, you know what, we the people had a job. We may not have been elected to office. We might not have gotten 100,000 votes to put us in a situation, but we are the class of citizens that built this country from the very beginning. We are the class of citizens that stood up to tyranny. We are the class of citizens that said, this is not right. This is not right for you to come in here and to tell me how I should be. So what are we going to do about it? That's the million-dollar question, is what are we going to do about it? 2 days ago, I was watching a video, and it was of one of our greatest United States presidents ever, President Ronald Reagan, and he was speaking to some troops, and just a normal person stood up and said, Mr. President, what would you want to be remembered as? And he said, well, I'd want to be remembered as a person who always tried his best. He said, I'd want to be remembered as a person who was always fair. And then he went into saying that, well, you're probably going to think I'm saying this because I'm standing in a room full of troops, but he said, back in World War II, a general was asked by another leader, he said, does the United States have a superpower? Do we have a secret? And the general said, yes, we do. And the man said, well, what is it? He said, we have the best damn kids in the world. And that statement is true today as it was back then. Even though the far left and the radicals try to tell you it's not, my message to you today would be to never lose hope. It would be to hold on to the things that we hold so dear, and that is our God, that is our country, and that is our family. Because the moment we lose that, the moment we lose track of that, the moment that it slips from our fingers is the moment that we all fail. So get out there and vote. It is so important. It starts at the local level. It transpires to the state level. And it's time that we elect the class of citizens that built this great country. Thank you.